afternoon, guys and gals. Over here riding around town looking for more parts for my motorcycle due to the accident I recently had. Want to check out that video? I actually caught the accident video. Go ahead and go through my videos. I'll probably post a link to the video down in the description. And I also talk about it in the previous Motovlog. If you want to check that out, go ahead. Now, never really fully introduce myself to you guys or explain how I got started into motorcycling. I mean, I was first inspired to ride when I was, let's say, somewhere in middle school. Saw a motorcycle parked right inside the school with the son of some teacher, and they let him park his, I think it was a CBR 1000, right next to one of the classrooms. I looked at it and I was in awe. I just wanted one of those things. Obviously I was way too short to actually get on it and actually do anything with it at the time, but eventually I wanted one. But from there I saw more sports bikes out there, out on the streets and so forth. And you know, I just thought it was so cool. Be out there in the open, be able to move with agility, go fast, the sound they made. And I'm talking about sports bikes though. But I did like the cruisers as well. When I was debating which motorcycle to get, it was between the sports bike and the cruiser. But I chose sports bikes because today I'm young. Might as well do this while I can, and I'll do the cruiser later. So I did. Now, to actually get a motorcycle is not it's not hard at all. I mean, all you need is $3,000 and you'll be able to get a good used bike to start off. And in my opinion, you always want to start with the used bike because you're going to drop it. Believe it or not, every rider goes down. Be it experienced or inexperienced, eventually you will go down. You just have to hope that it's not a big spill like I did, like I had. Luckily I didn't hit. Well, anyways, all you need is $3,000. I went on Craigslist, found a 2003 Yamaha R6 blue, my first bike. Post a picture of it so you guys can see my first bike. And from there, I made sure I had my motorcycle license before I actually got a bike. I know a lot of guys don't even have a license, or they just have permits when they first get their bike, but I actually had the whole shebang. I went to I researched how to get a motorcycle license in the state of California, and here in this state, it's basically the same as the driver. So you can take a written and a behind the wheel test. Now, for behind the wheel, you could take a motorcycle safety course to waive the test, because actually the DMV test here in California is pretty tricky, and for someone who's never rode before, it's going to be extremely hard, especially in a sports bike. Now, the motorcycle safety course I found by doing a little bit of internet research, but since I already did the research, I'll just give you guys the information. I went to this MSF program where they teach you how to ride and so forth. It's not too expensive. I mean, for what you learn, I think it's a pretty good deal. Well, I took the 2-day course, 2 8-hour days, Saturday and Sunday, and pretty good experience. Good people. The instructors were nice. I think I'll actually take you right now to where I took my course, since I'm right down the street from it. The instructor was cool. Everyone wants you to be there, and they encourage you to start riding. to actually get a motorcycle. Because that's one of my goals with these videos, is to actually inspire others to ride, because you just need to live life. And when you once you learn how to ride, you actually become a better driver. When you're behind the wheel in a car, you're actually more aware of your surroundings, and you actually respect others more, especially motorcyclists. Always get out of the way when I'm in a car. Oh, here we are. Honda Rider Education Center. This is where I learned how to ride a motorcycle. You actually have pretty good drills. They teach you the ins and outs, what to do in the panic situations, and how to turn. Pretty cool class. I pretty enjoyed it. They also have an off-roading teaching courses here on my right, and we're actually learn how to ride. It's right over there. That's where you learn. But good drills, good people. You get to meet new riders, and some of the people taking the course are experienced riders. They just don't want to take that DMV behind the wheel test, because it's not that easy, even for experienced riders. Now, when I was trying to get a motorcycle for the first time, I was trying to get a bike through a dealership. And I'm not going to name the dealership or anything, but I was interested in, first off, I was interested in the Kawasaki Ninja, the 300. It was actually a nice small bike. They said it was a good starter bike and all, which it is. I mean, if you don't want to get bored within the first 3 months of riding. But it's a good bike and all. And later on, I went in and actually wanted something bigger. I wanted to try out the Sports Touring Ninja, the 650R. They're a nice bike, not bad. They denied my credit. I didn't have enough credit history. I mean, my credit was good, but didn't have the credit history. Now this was when I was barely got out of high school. Maybe I was like 20, 19, and they denied my credit. So I didn't have much credit history, even though I built some credit since 16, but it just didn't work out for me. You know, that hit me pretty hard, because it wasn't going to be as easy to get a motorcycle until I saw Craigslist. $3,000 for a motorcycle, fuck yeah. And I saved up $3,000, went over, checked the bike out, and took her home. Actually rode her home. Now that ride was pretty interesting, because let's say I learned how to ride in the MSF courses on little, I think it was 50cc bikes. They weren't even the 250s, I mean, which is great to learn on. I mean, you're sitting upright, and super easy to turn, just to learn the fundamentals. I mean, it's all the same when you jump from bike to bike. Sure, a few things are different here and there, but they're basically the same. Now, at the time I lived in Fontana, and the bike was located in Sun City, let's say about 40 miles away. And I never rode a 600 before, or a sports bike. This is my first time getting on it. Yeah, I test drove it, felt it, yeah, I felt pretty good. Had my helmet, jacket, and gloves. Some good boots. That's the minimal you need for gear, in my opinion. And I took her out. 15 freeway, 10 freeway. Damn. If you never rode a sports bike before, or a motorcycle, you gun that thing, woo, man, you're gonna be going fast. But I was, believe it or not, I was scared shitless. I was like, fuck, this is a lot of power under my legs. And I took it real slow. I mean, the whole turning concept was still brand new to me, so I had trouble there too. It was a good experience, nice ride. I think it took him about 3 months to actually finally get comfortable with actually gunning the bike. Now when I first got the bike, I was always a solo rider, because I didn't know anyone who rode a motorcycle. I just got the bike on my own, and no one was there to teach me, guide me, and so forth. I was learning everything off of just me and YouTube. And one day coming back from school, from college, I was actually approached by a group, or one of the guys from a group. He was out there trying to recruit people, giving out business cards for RHR, Rolling Hard Riders, which was the first group I rolled around with. I mean, at first when I rode with them, they were cool guys. Went to San Diego and everything. They taught me a lot of things, lots of do's and don'ts, and exposed to me what bike life was to a certain extent. I mean, they like to do group rides and bike nights and so forth. Not too many canyons though. And they only had one stunter, but he left because no one else stunted. That was good people. But yeah, joining that group helped me a lot. But yeah, riding has really become a passion for me. And I wanted to share you guys, you, my fellow YouTubers, my passion. What it's like, how to go around it. And I also wanted to show you guys my knowledge, the do's and don'ts, so you guys don't go through the hassle. Demonstrate what it's like to ride a motorcycle. You know, bike nights, canyon carving, stunting, track days, and so forth. I also wanted to take away the misconception that motorcyclists are assholes. We're actually really nice people. We approach each other, we always say hi, we give each other nice hand gestures. Now every now and then you get those assholes like in every community, but every community has that. There's very few motorcyclists that are assholes. Now when you cut us off and endanger our lives, then yeah, naturally we're gonna get pissed off, and some people might do something about it, other people just stay cool and just let it slip. Well, like I said, I'm here to inspire you to ride, inspire you to respect us, show you what I know, do's and don'ts. Share all my experiences, what bike life is about. Alrighty then, well, thanks for watching.